Every once in a while, a random LEGO set comes out of left field, and I think, wow, that's cool. I want to buy that. And today, that LEGO set is the Polaroid OneStep SX-70 Camera. So we're going to dive into this to see if it looks as cool as it does on the box, and if its 516 pieces are worth $80. Inside of the box, we'll find a small sticker sheet, plus our instruction manual, which has some pretty cool write-ups about the Polaroid, and finally, we'll have 4 numbered bags, along with an extra bag that's not numbered. And just like that, we have the finished model in front of us. The build was super enjoyable, and the end product looks fantastic. The accessory kind of included with the Polaroid here is the film pack and storage. It says Time Zero Super Color SX-70 land film that's printed on a 6x6 tile, and then printed on a 2x6 tile. It has the Polaroid wording there, which is very nice. Also a bunch of colors underneath that. Love that. And overall, it's just a big white capsule. And then if we dump it over, we'll actually have some of the film pop out. So you actually get 3 pieces of film with this set. That's the back blank side. It looks really nice. And then on the front side here, we have 3 different illustrations done in Lego style. We have the Lego house, the inventor of the Polaroid, and some lady that looks like she's in Venice, but I have no idea who it actually is. But yeah, they look really nice, and they're quite interesting as far as like the material they're made of. I think I would have likened to a credit card, just like the texture is kind of similar, and then the thickness is also pretty similar there. I mean, I wouldn't say it's the exact same thing, but it's the closest thing I can think of that I have around my house. More important to it being similar to something, though, is just the simple fact that it is a durable new piece. I've never seen LEGO do a material like this. At least I don't think so. Maybe I'm thrown off by the fact that it's shaped like a Polaroid picture, but it certainly seems fresh and new to me, and it's definitely something that is more durable than your standard piece. It's something that as you load it into and shoot it out of the camera, it should not wear down too terribly over time, which is nice because that was something I was a bit worried about. So here's the finished camera in hand, and you can get a pretty good idea of the size of this thing. Off the bat, for $80, it does feel small. We'll get into whether or not I really think it's worth $80 at the very end. But as far as the details on this thing go, it's got the color spectrum built onto the front panel here. It says Polaroid land camera on the very front. Unfortunately, that is a sticker, even though we have some other printed parts. That one is going to be a sticker. The red button, though, which has an amazing feature attached to it, is printed. I don't want to press it just yet because above that we do have another sticker piece that says OneStep, and you have the option to actually switch out that sticker piece. So we have another piece here that says 1000, and you can simply pull that piece off and place the 1000 piece on, and you're good to go. So it kind of depends, I guess, on which version or model of the camera you want to pretend that you have in LEGO here. Personally, I don't know the difference between the two, but for fans that care about that little detail, you have the option, which is great. Over here, we've got the exposure dial. It is also a sticker, but I do think it looks pretty cool, and you can actually twist it to, I guess, change the exposure, but on this LEGO camera, it won't actually do anything. It can spin 360 degrees, and so you just kind of pick the spot that you think looks best. On the very front, we have the camera lens, which they did a great job with. It's fewer pieces than you may imagine, but it looks really good. Obviously non-functional, but yeah, it looks great. Then, of course, we've got the viewfinder here. I think it looks awesome on the side of the camera. On the very front, it's got a clear panel piece so that when you look through it, it kind of distorts the picture, makes it look somewhat realistic as you're looking through the camera. I really love that. And I also really love kind of the soft look on the back of the camera where your eye would be for the viewfinder. So I love that they use these nice rounded tiles on the back of this. I think that looks great. And while the shape of the back of the camera is accurate and very good looking, I can't help but see a mouse droid from LEGO Star Wars when I look at this particular part of the LEGO Polaroid camera. So I think that's just kind of something funny for Star Wars fans to maybe pick up on. Obviously, just a unintended side effect, but it's something that I saw and I was like, dang, that looks like a mouse droid. So as cool as all those details were, the big red button and the dispensing function for the Polaroid film is incredible. So you just drop this little section down here. You just literally push down on it like I did. It's clipped in with a couple of clips here. It just attaches easily. It detaches easily. It's a really nice, smooth function, works great. And so when this front panel is dropped down, you can take your Polaroid and you're going to stick it into the camera here. There's a slot here that is just big enough to fit one of the Polaroids in, and you push it all the way in until it goes in no further, and then we're going to lift this up and clip it back into place. So you can't even tell that a Polaroid is locked and loaded in there. You can maybe see a sliver of white in there, but really you're not going to know that it's in there until you press the red button and say cheese. Yeah, there it goes. The Polaroid actually dispenses, and it dispenses in a really cool way. It's like a perfect little pops out just enough for you to grab it, and you grab it. The sound it makes is really cool. Like, take a listen. So I just got to say, I think that's one of the coolest, most well-done functions I have ever seen in a LEGO set. It works so fantastically, so mechanically, that it seems impossible for something in such a small package built out of LEGO. I just find it really hard to believe that it works so well, but having built it myself, I know that it truly works so well. If we can take these panels off. So as I push the Polaroid in from the front, you can see kind of the white rubber band stretching and the whole Technic mechanism pushing back until it locks into place there. You saw that little blue piece lock down. And so we'll close this up on the front. And then when we press the red button, everything's just going to shoot forward just like that. It's so cool how good it works. So should you buy the Polaroid camera for $80? Well, I gotta show you a little comparison. This one's $70 from LEGO Star Wars with the Captain Rex helmet, and it is a bigger, bulkier, more piece build than the Polaroid camera, like holding them side by side. It's heavier. You know, you're getting more stuff there for your money or more volume of plastic, but the amount of like cool stuff you get in this Polaroid camera set, the printed elements, the amazing function that they designed, like I think that's also worth money. Like a static helmet is very, very cool. Like I love that. But this thing is kind of on another level for uniqueness and funness in a LEGO set for adults. This thing is wild. Like if you want to wait for a sale and try to save a little money, I don't blame you. It'll always feel good to spend less. But when LEGO makes a product like this with their slogan, only the best is good enough, and this truly is the best, then it's hard to say it's not worth the money, you know? They're putting in the quality for your money. Expensive? Sure, but overpriced? I wouldn't say so. So having personally bought mine for $80, I don't feel like I got ripped off. I don't feel like I got tricked into buying something that's low quality. This just feels so good all around. Anyway, if you want to pick one up, consider using the built-in product tab on YouTube to support the channel in doing so. Let me know what you think about the Polaroid camera in the comments below, and you can check out more LEGO content on the end screen now.